The West Indies women cricket team have landed safely in Vadodara, India. They traveled from Mumbai yesterday and are now safely at Vadodara and will have 2 training sessions before the first one-day international tomorrow. Officially, this is the first time that the West Indies women team will be spending Christmas away from home. I wish them well and hope that they have a wonderful Christmas and also will give us a most wonderful Christmas present. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here and I look forward to your interaction. This morning, I'm going to pick what out the playing 11 that I would have chosen for the first one-day international cricket match between India women and West Indies women starting at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, Jamaica time. We will be providing a live watch-along for that match, so I hope you will join us then. Before I display the playing 11, there was an interview that our captain Ailey Matthews did at the end of the T20 Series. This interview comes to us courtesy of the BBC.
Yeah, I think it just probably came down to execution again today. Like I said, we had really strong plans, but India also went back and obviously did some homework as well. And I think, look, kudos to the way their players came out and batted. I think Smriti obviously had a great series, but her knock today to me was probably the best one. And then obviously having to bowl at Risha at the end was quite difficult as well. You felt almost as if you didn't land it on a penny. It was going to be pretty hard to stop her from scoring. But yeah, at the same time, we probably feel like we do need to be a bit more disciplined with the ball. But look, a series like this is going to help us to learn a lot, and hopefully that's what we take from this.
I love a lot of the things that Ailey Matthews said there. We had plans for the third T20 International, yes, and I'm happy to hear that. She also said that India came out and decided to attack, which they have switched plan. It was clear for everyone watching from the third over in that T20 International that India have decided to be more aggressive. They really went very, very hard from the third over. I am disappointed, though, that West Indies did not react to that change in tactics from India, because you could have seen that it was a clear plan that they were going to go very hard from the beginning, which allows them to get up to 192 in that 20 overs. As Ailey Matthews said, that the West Indies team was not disciplined enough. The bowlers did not bowl in the right era. We did not execute properly. All of those things are correct. And I really think that Sean Diaz, persons know that I always go in on Sean Diaz. I will continue to go in on him when I see him until I see him reacting to the game. He sat there and it appears that nothing is coming from him. Nothing. And it was clear to us who was on the watch along, who was watching the game, that India tactics was different from it was in the 2 previous matches, and we never reacted to that. So I agree with most of the things that Ailey Matthews said there. In fact, I agree with everything that the bowling was not disciplined enough and we did not execute. But there's also another clipping that I have here from Ailey Matthews. This one, listen to the West Indies captain.
I think the conditions definitely suited what we did. I think the wickets got probably better and better as the games went on individually. So yeah, I think no matter if we had batted first or bowled first in any of the games, we still got to come out and play really good cricket, and it still comes down to what we do while we're out there on the field. And the games that we did lose, we weren't at our best, and that's why we lost them.
So that again is true. We lost because those games we weren't at our best. We lost because we never played well. However, initially she said that she believed that the pitch was getting better and better and better. Then we are just here watching it on television. We are not there. So her, her words is going to carry more weight than ours who are here watching it on television. But the question I will ask Ailey Matthews then, why is it then that all our batswomen timing seemed to be so off, was so off when we batted? If the pitch was getting better and better, I give you the benefit of the doubt. You are there. I am not there. Why then did our batswomen timing look so off and off? And I'm going to say something here, and it's totally have nothing to do with Ailey Matthews or what she said. This is just my view. You know, in this age of technology and the science behind it all and pitch preparation, I believe the Indians worked on that pitch. They worked on it between the matches. And I don't know what they did to it, but in my opinion, they already decided in their mind that if they won the toss, they are going to bat first, because what they set the pitch so that the team batting second will always struggle. They know that West Indies, if West Indies won the toss, West Indies was going to insert them again to bat first. So they set the pitch so that it is better for the team that batted first. That's how I look at it, because looking on television, despite what Ailey Matthews said there, that the pitch got better and better. From the stroke play of the players, if you were watching that match, you wouldn't agree with that assessment from Ailey Matthews that the pitch got better and better. Because the West Indies batsmen were clearly mistiming the ball when we were batting, and the pitch looked sluggish. And with all the due factor, it should have been much better, but it looked sluggish when West Indies was batting. Now, she also said and talked about the match that is coming up, and this is the final clip. And as I said, these clips are courtesy.
Yeah, I think just the discipline. We found when we were out there and we were really disciplined with the ball. We were able to get the Indian batters to try different things, and I think that's what's going to be key.
I stopped it there because I played a earlier clip where she said that we were disciplined. But now here she's saying that we are disciplined. So what is it, Ailey Matthews? What really is it? Are you saying then that there are some areas that we were disciplined in and there are some areas that we weren't disciplined in? You know, so I can't understand, because clearly she said earlier that we were not disciplined, and here's now she said.
Yeah, I think just the discipline. We found when we were out there and we were really disciplined with the ball. We were able to get the Indian batters to try different things, and I think that's what's going to be key in the ODIs as well. We know they're going to want to score, and we have to find a way to make that as difficult as possible come the ODIs. And then I think with the bat as well, there's still a lot of positives we can take out of it. We've been able to score runs, which is crucial in any format, but I think going into the ODIs, especially looking at a match like the last one and getting to a score of, I think, 170 for one, shows that we've got the capability within the dressing room to be able to go out and put big totals on the board. Hopefully we can carry that into the ODIs as well.
Yes, I agree with the rest of that clip, surely, but the first part I didn't understand, because as you would have heard in an earlier clip, she said that we were not disciplined. And those are not my words, and I am not quoting her. You heard it for yourself. So I'm a bit confused with the first part, but I agree with what she said for the rest of the interview. There was some positive, of course. We, especially in that second match where we got 170 with only losing one wicket, and the batting of Campbell and Quiana Joseph. We all know that she and Dutton has that ability, But when it comes to Quiana Joseph and Campbell and Chanel Henry in that last match, we see where Chanel Henry really improving as a bowler and as a batswoman, and is now becoming that genuine all-rounder. I recall a few months ago I've said that I think Alia Alain have passed out Chanel Henry, but then I don't know if it's because of injury or what, but Chanel Henry never played. No, not Chanel Henry. Alia Alain never played in the first two matches, and she never did so well in this match. Probably it was injury because she has been playing so well, but it looks forward. Now, come to my playing 11, which we are really here for, and this will be my playing 11 for tomorrow. So this is not courtesy of BCCI, so let me get off that. This will be my playing 11. So Ailey Matthews and Quiana Joseph will open as usual. There's a lot of persons who are saying that Quiana Joseph won't last the 50 overs, especially if West Indies batted first. I disagree. I think that she will lose the match, especially if you keep her in the infield. Let she feel that short cover, short mid-wicket. She does move. She's capable of moving. Her first two steps are quick. If you look at Quiana Joseph, her first two steps are very quick. So short inside the circle, I think that she can feel there. I wouldn't have her bowling. I would just play as a specialist batswoman, because I want to cut down on the amount of energy that she uses in the field, especially if West Indies bat field first. So I'm going with Quiana Joseph to start with Matthews in her usual flamboyant way. Whether West Indies is off to a good start or they lost her early wicket, I want Rashada Williams at number 3. I think, and I have to be careful here because I will hear because of, but I'm being totally balanced here now. I want Rashada Williams to bat at number 3. Before Rashada Williams got that hit in South Africa, I think from Ishmael who hit her in her head, she was a good opening batswoman for the West Indies, rotating the strike, and that 76 and debut was particularly very refreshing and inspiring. And we're saying, yes, here comes now another batswoman to add to Dottie and Matthews and the one that is injured from Jamaica. What's her name? Stephanie Taylor. So, but she got that hit, and I think she has been caught in a crossfire whether to play an attacking game or go back to her usual game where she just occupy the crease and look to get the ones. Naturally, everybody want to expand their game because they want T20 contract. But I'll be saying to Rashada Williams, this is what I'll be saying to Rashada Williams. First of all, I would have Rashada Williams be speaking to Larry Gomes for probably the last 2 months if I was the West Indies coach. I would have her speaking to Larry Gomes. And I'm saying, Rashada Williams, what we want from you is to rotate the strike. It doesn't matter to us if you face 80 balls and score 75 singles from those 80 balls or 70 singles. Just rotate the strike and give the other batswomen the opportunity to beat the ball. Your job is to rotate the strike, and that is what I would say to Rashada Williams. I would have her batting at number 3. I would have her look at videos from Larry Gomes. I'd have her have a chat with Larry Gomes. I would also have a chat with Shoaib Malik, the former Pakistani captain. I would have her look at videos from Shoaib Malik. That's what I would do if I was the coach, and I'd have Rashada Williams at number 3. At number 4, there would be DeAndre Dottin, and there's no what you said. I think most persons will agree that DeAndre Dottin will come at number 4. I would have Sherman Campbell, who have shown great improvement, coming in at number 5. She will still wear the wicket-keeping gloves. I will not give Rashada Williams the gloves. The gloves belong to Sherman Campbell. Shabika Gajnabi, who I really think, Shabika Gajnabi and Manny Mangru. These two ladies are playing as batswomen. I do not want to see them batting below Chanel Henry and Alia Alain. If you pick them to play as batswomen, they should play as batswomen. And you cannot be batting them after the all-rounders. You have to give them that confidence. You have to give them the responsibility. Give them the responsibility and say, you're here playing as batswomen, and your future in this team is going to depend on how many runs you make. They will not be making a lot of runs, batting below Chinel Henry and Ali Lane. So I'm not going to bat them below those two. Now, when it comes to personal ask, then what happened to Zayda James? My thing on Zayda James, and I was to research her statistics before I come on here and tell you the exact statistics. I believe that Zayda James have been given a lot of opportunities. A lot, enormous opportunities. She and the captain is good friends, so you can understand she's going to have a bias towards her. Nothing wrong with that. We all have biases. So she have been given a lot of opportunity. Now, when you look at her record, although you are seeing incremental improvement, very small incremental improvement, I think players like Shabika Gajnabi and Madi Mangaru should be given that same opportunity that Zayda James have been given, and to see if they would improve more than how Zayda James is improving. Because although I've seen incremental improvement in Zayda James, I am not satisfied that she's improving fast enough. I think that with the amount of investment in her, that she should have been improving at a much higher rate. Give you an example. Do you know that it is easier if you are playing a competition and you are in 20th position or 10th position? Do you know that it is easier to move from 10th? All right, a better example. The West Indies T20 cricket team, at the end of 2022 or the beginning of 2023, we were ranked 8th and 9th. In the space of a year, we moved from whether it was 8 or 9 to number 3 in the space of a year. But we are at number 3, between 3 and 4 now, for more than a year and can't go to 2 or 1. The point I'm making is that it is easier to move from 9 or 8 to 3 than to move from 3 to 1. When you reach number 3, believe you me, although you are closer to 1, it is much harder to move from 3rd to 1st than it is to move from 8th to 3rd. You got that? It is to move from 8th to 3rd is easier to move from 3rd to 1st. So bringing back that now to Zayda James. If Zayda James was averaging 20-25 and she's thereabout, I know it is much harder to move from 25 to 27, but she's averaging in single digits and from memory, I think she averaging 12 in one format and single digit in another. For the time that she has been playing, she should have at least reached the teens. And that's the point I'm making. Although there's increment, and you see it, there are incremental improvement in her, but yet the improvement is too small. So I'm saying now it is time for Shabika Gajnabi and Manny Mangru to get that long run that Zayda James was given and to see if these two will make a difference. Whether, however, they play Shabika Majgabi, Manny Mangru, or Zayda James, it makes no sense batting her or the two of the three that they'll play below the all-rounders, because they will only make this West Indies team as batswomen. I know that Shabika Gajnabi bowls a little thing, but when last has she bowled? Zayda James bowled some left-arm straight deliveries, but how effective have those been? They are going to make this team as batswomen, and they should bat ahead of the all-rounder. I don't think many persons will have any difficulty with Chinel Henry, Ali Lane, Afle Fletcher, and Charisma Ramarak making up the final 11. So that would be my playing 11 for the West Indies team in the first one-day international tomorrow morning, 3:30 a.m. against Jamaica at Vadodara. Well, whatsoever its name, I don't want to mispronounce the name, but it's something like Vadodara or something like that in India. And so we expect then we're going to support the team. I'll be doing a live watch along. Let me, your comments, I'll tune. Good morning, Patrick Lambert. Good morning to you. Maybe they were nervous because of the huge crowd support. Yes, and in the interview, she also spoke about the crowd, and she said that she would have played in front of that crowd before because she represented the Mumbai Indians. The difference is that in the past that crowd would have been on her side, but this time it was against her in a good way, not in a bad way, but in a good way, good banter like what we have in the chat sometimes. But she did say that the crowd did have an effect on the rest of the team, although she was used to it because it was clearly a massive crowd. I honestly believe they are stronger in the 50 overs and expecting about 3 centuries from our ladies. Well, Patrick Lambert, I respect your opinion, but I think that we are stronger in the T20. You know, I respectfully disagree, and I said respectfully disagree. In the series, 3 centuries from our ladies. Well, it would be good if we can get some centuries from Dottin, Matthews, Campbell. I think if we are to get centuries, Henry, those are more, although Henry's century may be really remote, that would be some brutal hitting. But the really 3 persons I think that we can get centuries are from really Ailey Matthews and Deandra Dottin, and to a lesser extent, Campbell. We can hope for some high 50s from maybe Chanel Henry or Rashada Williams, but to really get the score, Ali Lane can give us some good score. And I really hope Shabika Gajnabi and Mangru, whether they play them or Zayda James, as I said, I want these ladies to bat higher. I don't want them to bat in front of the all-rounders because that's where they are going to be productive. So, Known Rider, thank you for tuning in. So, thank you, everyone. So, that is my Playing 11. It's always going to be a short show. See you tomorrow morning, and I hope you are doing your Christmas shopping, and I hope you are having a wonderful time. And my heart goes out to every one of you at this time of the year, and I really hope that you are having a good time. Whatever your circumstances is, I hope that at this time of the year, you're a little more comfortable than it has been. So, cheers, Christmas cheers to everyone. Have a good day. See you tomorrow morning at about 2:55 a.m. Jamaica time. Bye for now. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones.